So now we want to talk about net present value analysis. So net present value, or NPV analysis, is a method of calculating the expected net monetary gain or loss from a project by discounting all expected future cash inflows and outflows to the present point in time. So we are going to explain this more by an example in the next slide. So now we want to apply NPV for a simple 2-year project. So let's just start. For example, imagine you have a project and it's a 2-year project, and today I put 0. 0 today means so I put usually today for 0, and next year after 1 year I put 1, and the last year, which is 2, I put 2. So imagine that today we need to expend about, for example, $50. So this is expense or cost or cash outflow or expenses. So for today we need, for example, to buy a machine or anything. So we need to invest. So we need to pay for that. So this is a cost for us. So because of that, I put negative here. You can see. So $50 is the cost. And imagine that today we don't have any like benefit, okay, or income. Next year, after 1 year, imagine you need to spend another $100. Okay, another $100. So here $100 is cost or cash outflow or expenses. Imagine after 1 year you have now some income, a benefit. So we have, for example, $100 benefit or income or cash income or cash inflow. So you can see I put positive here, positive number. So positive are for income or cash inflow. Negatives are for cash outflow or expenses or costs. After second year, for example, after 2 years, second year, we will spend another $100. Yeah. So again, I put negative because it's cost. And also second year, we will have $300 inflow, cash inflow or income or benefit. So imagine we have a 2-year project, and today we spend $50, and after 1 year we spend $100, and our income from this project was $100. And also after 2 years or second year we need to spend another $100, but cash inflow or benefit or income for this project is $300 in the second year. Now we want to calculate NPV or net present value for this project. In order to calculate NPV, first we need to calculate discounted benefits and discounted costs. So first, discounted benefits. So how can we calculate discounted benefits? In order to calculate discounted benefits or discounted costs, we need to use this formula. A over 1 plus R to the power of N. So what is A here? A here is cash outflow or cash inflow. Means you should put these numbers 0, $100 or $300. If it's cash inflow, it should be positive. If it's cash outflow or cost, should be negative. R, what is R here? R here is discount rate. It's called discount rate, or sometimes it's called capitalization rate. Capitalization rate, or sometimes it's called opportunity cost of capital. So or I can put here or here as well. So we call it discount rate, capitalization rate, or opportunity cost of capital. What is N? N here is the year. So if it's today, we should put 0 instead of N. If it's after 1 year, we should put 1. If it's after 2 years, we should put 2 here. So this discount rate depends on economy. Okay, so it also inflation of an economy, for example, from a country. So if the inflation is high, so this R should be higher. If it's less, so this R should be less. Usually we consider this R a number between 8% to 10%. So now we want to calculate the NPV for the previous example, which was a 2-year project. So as I said, today is 0, after 1 year is 1, after 2 years is 2, and today we need to spend about $50, which is the cost. So because it's a cost or cash outflow or expenses, so we need to put negative. And today we don't have any income or benefit or cash inflow, so I put 0 for benefits for today. After 1 year, we need to spend another $100. So this $100 is cost or cash outflow. Because of that, I put negative again. But also after 1 year, we will have $100 income. So because of that, I put just positive. So income or cash inflow, right? So because of that, I put positive. After 2 years or second year, we need to spend another $100. So because it's a cost, we put negative here. And $300 is our income. So because it's income or benefit or cash inflow, I put positive again. Now, in order to calculate the NPV, we need to calculate the discounted benefits or discounted income or discounted cash inflow. Okay, so how can we calculate that? Using this formula that we mentioned in the previous slide, A over 1 plus R to the power of N. A is cash inflow or cash outflow. R here is discounted rate, as we mentioned in the previous slide, and usually a number between 8% to 10%, but it depends on the inflation and other factors. And N here is the year, right? Here in this example, we consider R as 10%. 10% means 0.1, right? So now I want to calculate discounted benefits. So first I consider the today. Today is 0. We don't have any income, only we have cost, $50 cost. So I want to calculate discounted benefits here. So I don't have anything, I have only 0. I put 0 for today, plus I want to calculate the discounted benefits for the first year, which is here. As you can see here, in the first year we will have $100 income or benefit. Therefore, I use this formula to calculate the discounted benefits for the first year. So first year we have $100 income. So as I said, this is cash inflow or cash outflow. Here we have inflow is $100, benefit is $100. So A $100 over 1 plus R. R here is 0.1. As I said, in this example, we consider R as 0.1 or 10%. To the power of 1. N is 1. Look, N here is 1, right? So now we are going to calculate the for second year, the discounted benefits for the second year, which is $300 over 1 plus 0.1. Again, R according to this formula to the power of 2. Right? Why 2? Because N is year, and year is second year. Because of that, I put 2. Right? So now we calculate this. 1 plus 1 to the power of 1 is just 1.1. And 1 plus 1 to the power of 2 is 1.21. Right? So we can calculate it now. Is equal to 0 is 0 plus 100 over 1.1 plus 300 over 1.21. This is equal to I calculated it here, so let me check, 90.9, and here 300 over 1.21 is equal to 247.9. Okay, and if you add them to each other is equal to $338.8. Right? So one important note here, you can see here, we had $100 income after 1 year, but if you calculate the discounted benefits is $90.9. It means that it's less than $100. And it makes sense because if you have $100 today, it is worth more than $100 next year because of inflation. Okay, the value of money will decrease during the years. So next year $100 is worth less than $100 that you have today. Because of that, after 1 year we will have $90.9. The value of the money will be this. So we are dividing by 1.1. Okay, 1.1 is more than 1. When you divide a number by by another number which is more than 1, so we will get totally a number less than this $100. And after 2 years, definitely after 2 years, the money will be worth less, right? So the denominator here is growing. You know, the denominator after 1 year was 1.1 and after 2 years is 1.21. So 300 over 1.21 is $247.9. It means that if you have a money, for example, $300 now, after 2 years, it is worth about $247.9. So it is worth less, right? So if you add all of them, you will get this money, which is totally discounted benefits or discounted income. Now I want to calculate discounted costs or discounted cash outflow or expenses, whatever. So just again the same formula I can use from today. So you can see today we spent $100, so negative, because it's cost -50. A here is for cash inflow or cash outflow for both. So here we have -50 over 1 plus R. R here is 10% or 0.1, the same, to the power of n. N here is 0. Year today we consider 0, so I put to the power of 0. Next year, first year is $100, negative $100 over 1 plus 0.1 to the power of 1. N year is 1, so I put 1. Next one, I can put plus minus the same. So next second year we are going to spend $100, or the cost will be $100. So $100 over 1 plus 0.1 to the power of 2. Why? Because n is 2, year is 2, so I put 2 here. So first I want to calculate this one. 1 plus 0.1 is 1.1 to the power of 0. Whatever to the power of 0 will be 1. So I can write it here. N to the power of 0 is 1 always. It's mathematics, right? So it will be 1. So this will be negative $50. So next is, here is 1.1. 100 over 1.5. 1.1 is 90.9 minus $100 over this is 1.21 is equal to, let me check here, yeah, is equal to $82.6. Total is negative $223.54. Right? So look here, the denominator is again growing, but here denominator is 1, means that when you have $50 today, means $50 the value will be the same. Because of that, the denominator here for today is 1. After 1 year, the denominator is growing 1.1, and after 2 years growing more, so the value of the money is decreasing. So totally we have discounted cost here is $223.54, right? It's dollars here. Now I want to calculate NPV, final step, NPV. NPV is equal to discounted benefits plus discounted costs. right? So discounted benefit, therefore NPV is equal to discounted benefits we calculated here, so it's 338.8 plus discounted cost, which is here, look here, negative 223.54, which is equal to, if you add to each other, is equal to 115.26 dollars. So this is NPV and is positive. NPV should be positive, so we will explain this more in the next slide. So some considerations for NPV. Projects with higher NPVs are preferred to projects with lower NPVs if all other factors are equal. So it's a technique to select projects. For example, if you have some projects and you want to select one of them or two of them, so you can apply NPV and then select the project that has highest NPV. So higher is better if all other factors are equal. So it's a technique to select projects. So you just need to calculate NPV for each project and then select the higher one. The discount rate can vary based on prime rate and other economic considerations, or R. You remember we discussed about this, but it can be usually between 8% to 10%, but it depends on the situation. So another technique for selecting projects is return on investment. Return on investment, or ROI, is the result of subtracting the project cost from the benefits and then dividing by the cost. So if you want to calculate ROI for a project, you need to use this formula. So absolute of, you don't need the absolute for this one, total discounted benefits minus absolute of, because discounted costs are negative, we should put absolute, absolute of total discounted costs, absolute of that, over absolute of total discounted costs, and multiply by 100 to just show it as percentage. So you need to use this formula. Just recall from mathematics that absolute of a number just give you the positive of that number. For example, if you are -3, absolute of -3 is 3. And if it's positive, it will remain just positive. So everything in the absolute will be positive after that. So as you remember, you can write this like total discounted benefits minus absolute of total discounted costs, or total discounted benefits plus total discounted costs with an absolute was NPV. So ROI can be written by like this as well, NPV over total discounted costs, total discounted costs. So you can use these equations for calculating ROI. Now from the previous example that we have calculated NPV for a 2-year project, as you remember in the previous slides, I want to calculate ROI for that project as well. So ROI is NPV over total absolute of total discounted cost multiplied by 100%, or just to show it as percentage. So I want to calculate ROI for that project. As you remember in the previous slides, NPV for that 2-year project was $115.26, and total discounted costs was negative $223.54, as you remember. Now I want to calculate ROI, just very easy. So NPV is 115, look here, 115.26 according to this equation, look, over total absolute of total discounted cost, which is negative 223.54. here, total discounted cost is here, but just absolute of that multiplied by 100 is equal to 115 again, over absolute of a negative number is positive of that number, so just absolute of negative 223.354 is 223.54 multiplied by 100. If you calculate, this is equal to 51.5%. So the ROI for this 2-year project is 51.5.